Bulldog TV welcomes you to the following presentation of the 2024 winter sports season at Centennial High School.
Latino Court at Centennial High School. I am Jack Sentner, and my partner this evening is five-time Colorado High School Coach of the Year, Jerry Cisneros. Coach, could you give us a little bit of the history behind the mini bell and your pre-duel expectations for this evening?
Yeah, it's going to be a good Olympic just for the fact that Central is ranked number 9 in the state. And of course, Pueblo East is ranked number 1. So, but the reason they're ranked number 9, they got like 9 seniors, and but coming into the mini bell series, it's now in its 29th year as a mini bell. So that's kind of a cool thing to be wrestling for something. And I kind of started the same thing because I was a head coach at Pueblo South for 30-some years and recently retired in 2017. But we started the mini cannon. So the whole idea was to take the football rivalry and kind of push it into the winter, because a lot of these guys, like Gennaro was a starting quarterback for Central. Yeah, and I'm sure we got a lot of football guys. Like I know our kid, Sel Mendoza. Did you play a little football as well?
I played this season.
Yeah, you played this year as a sophomore. So we get certain guys that are, carry over from football into wrestling, and we need that. So this series, the last time that Central won Centennial won the series was in 2021. So this is a 4-year run that Central's put together. So I don't know if we can stop the juggernaut tonight or not, but that's our hopes, that we can get the Bulldogs back on track, bring the mini bell back to Centennial, and then give something, spill something off of that for the season, end of the season, and for next year.
Yep, and it's definitely going to be a fun duel this evening. As some of the matches that we will be hosting, Cruz Trujillo, ranked 6th in 3A. He'll be taking on Michael Jimenez at 113 pounds. At 144, Jason Soto, 2nd ranked in 3A, 3-time state placer, 20-2 record, 100 career wins. He'll be wrestling Onisimo Rodriguez. He's 5th in the state in 3A, 24-9 record, 120 career wins, 100 pins. At 150, David Sanchez, the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state at 150 pounds, 100 career wins, senior, 18-3 record. He'll be wrestling senior Jack Hilwig. In his first varsity match at 165, Sean Lee Slaughter of Centennial, he'll be wrestling Tyler Thielmeyer of Central. At 175, we will see former defending state champion of 3A. He will be 2nd in the state in 3A. He's 33-2 record. He'll be taking on Centennial's Logan Benedetto, first-year letterman sophomore. And
yeah, and those are some key matches tonight, and some are senior matchups. For example, Gennaro just got he just committed to the Air Force Academy. That's huge. And he's got kind of a special story because he was a state champion last year, 165 in 3A, and now he bumped up to 4A because Central was 3A last year. So now they're 4A this year. And the defending state champ from Meade, Leicester Bowling, he was a 175-pound 4A state champ. And the interesting thing about that match is that they've wrestled this year and went into overtime. So they have had a chance to see each other. So, I don't know whether Gennaro will have that kind of a match tonight. I mean, we know that he's a cut above being a state champ, but hey, we're here to find that out. You know, we're hoping that our wrestler in Demar, I mean, in Logan, that, you know, Logan's only a sophomore. He's got a 500 record. You just never know. But we just hope that those kind of matches develop and become good matches for us tonight.
And proceedings of the duel are about to start as Central here is taking mat, warming up, and I am excited. I am stoked to see the mini bell in action. Will it change hands? We'll find out.
That's for sure. And you know, where they actually started with the mini bell, Coach Adamson, who was the coach at the time, this is going back 29 years ago now, one of his assistants seen this mini bell where he was working, and he goes, man, what's the deal on that bell? He goes, why, you like it? He goes, yeah. He goes, do you want it? And he goes, well, yeah, I think I could, you know, do something with that, you know. And so he called Coach Adamson. It was Coach Archuleta. He calls Coach Adamson, hey, you think we could do something with that bell and maybe start this little series with Central? So they brought it in, and there was a wrestler by the name of Shane Cornella. His dad was a shop teacher at Whitefield High School. So he's the one that built that thing. So what you see out there, and I don't think we have a shot of it right now, but hopefully eventually we'll get a little peek at the mini bell. But they put that together, and then Coach Adamson went and presented to the coach at the time, and, you know, would you be interested in starting this mini bell series? And that's kind of how it started. And we have a very similar story too with, you know, at the time Larry Wagner was the head wrestling coach at East, and I did the same thing. I confronted him, and we kind of made it a traveling trophy. And he goes, well, by the way, we have a little mini cannon because one of the principals, the staff gave him one because they had never, as a principal, he had never won they had never won the cannon for 10 years. So they go, hey, this is kind of what the cannon looks like. You know, they're making fun of the principal at the time, who was Charlie Rodriguez. So he goes, we got a little mini cannon. You know, I got the traveling trophy. The only sad story to this whole thing is Centennial lost the first mini cannon match. South lost the first cannon match. And so even though we came up with the idea, we kind of got knocked out on the very first time of the series. But I think if you look at the rivalry, I think Centennial and South might be leading the series. There's a picture of the mini bell right there. And actually, Mr. Cornella is deceased, but his son Shane was wrestled for Centennial, and he was one of my assistants. He ended up being the head coach of DHPH. So there's a lot of little things, little history, you know, that we don't get to talk about. What we should talk about a little bit tonight is some of the coaches. Coach Pino is in his 22nd year as the head coach. Now, he's done it over 2 times, over 2 periods. And of course, Coach Soto is only in his 2nd year. He's only in his 2nd year. Here comes
the Centennial Bulldogs wrestling team. They'd be able to pull it off against a top 10 team in 4A. Central winning mini bell, holding it for 4 years in a row since 2021, I believe.
That's correct.
It will be exciting.
Some of the assistant coaches this year are for the Bulldogs was Coach Martinez, Coach Ryan Martinez, and Ari that's his daughter.
Yep.
She did the play-by-play with me in the first duel. And then Edward Armijo. Those are the 2 assistant coaches for the Bulldogs. Coach Pino, he's got a slug of them, and they happen to be here all tonight. James Romero, Ray Ordovez, Sam Velasquez, Terry Sandoval, and Jacob Chavez. Those are all assistants for the Wildcats.
As now we will proceed with the introduction of who will be wrestling.
Centennial Bulldogs. I'll take a brief moment to thank our Centennial Drumline for being here this evening, taking time out of their night on the school nights. Give them a round of applause. And the Centennial cheer team for being here. Appreciate them, as always. At this time, let's please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Face the flag for the playing of the national anthem.
And that's Mr. John Ward. He's the activities director for Centennial. So we'll go ahead and pause here for the Jack, even though they'll be introducing the guys, we could kind of talk a little bit about some things. Could you give me a little insight on the Bulldog TV? What's, who's I know with Mr. Lewis.
Yes, Bulldog TV is coordinated by Mr. Jacob Lewis, who is the director of CTE here at Centennial. It's been around for a few years, and we have full coverage. We are announcing in a studio approximately 100 feet away from the gym. And next year we do plan on having our announcements happen inside of the gym as the wrestlers are being announced here. But we have a full control room. We have a few recording studios and a full classroom for Bulldog TV. And it is probably the best designed studio control room TV program like this in the entire state.
I agree. I do miss being in the gym just because, the vibe is different, and we don't have the clock, the actual match clock. So it kind of sometimes it takes away from the match because we're like, there's like 10 seconds left, and we're trying to, and they got him on his back, and if he doesn't get pinned, so but I think, like you say, like Coach Jacobs, Mr. Jacobs said earlier, we got to visit with him, that his goal, he just needs a couple of little parts or something, and he'll be able to put us inside the gym.
Definitely. I'm excited, definitely, for my next 3 years. Since I'm only a sophomore, I am excited for how this is going to develop into the program it is.
Yeah, we're in the second year of the new digs. This is the third Centennial Bulldog High School, and I was able to go to the old school, the first one, and I was able to go to the one they just knocked down. We were the second graduating class out of that building, and now we're in this third building, and once we work out some of the bugs, like you said, it's only going to get better. There's Coach Pino. He's the head coach for the Wildcats in his 22nd season.
The Bulldog, Sean Lee Slaughter.
That's your buddy.
That's my buddy, yep, Sean Lee. Excited for him. He won his JV match earlier.
There you go. Here's one of their studs. This is a defending state champion. And Logan's got his work cut out for him, but why not?
Definitely. You know what?
Yeah. There's Coach Soto.
Be fun.
I mean, Coach Ponce.
Yep.
Hey,
Centennial Athletic Hall of Famer.
So you get to put a little mark down because it's my first goof up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So we'll just keep track of our goof ups. But yeah, that was Coach Ponce.
Sandoval. The Dogs, Ezra Mestis.
Central just graduated a pretty good heavyweight. I think he was a runner-up last year, so
for sure.
For the Dogs, Nick Chavez. Central High School's coached by Mr. Ken Pino. Head coach and
You know,
Head coach Nicholas Pons.
Central, this is like their second or third year with the girls wrestling. And they're ranked #1 in 4A. So this year they got 2 divisions, a 5A and a 4A. So that's pretty cool that the Central girls are ranked #1 in the state. So hopefully they have the type of season, and they'll be bringing back some hardware this year for. Now that's a co-op team. It's not all Central girls. There's some from South, some from East, Central, Centennial. But
Officials Appreciation Week, but we didn't have a match here. So I want to recognize our official tonight, Emiliano Madrid.
yeah. And Mr. Ward kind of took care of that for us, but I always like to introduce the official. Emiliano's now in plus 15 years as an official. And he officiated in the state tournament for the first time. Now, he's been officiating, around 14 years, so he finally got break into the state tournament, and he got invited again this year. So this will be his second year officiating in the state tournament. So this will give us a good, we got a great official for this evening's match.
I can't wait.
One thing that Emilio is, I think, and we'll find out tonight, he doesn't mess around. If you get on your back and you're there for a little bit, or not really a little bit, he gives them, he's kind of calls a fast pin. We'll see if that holds true tonight. We'll see if I'm right in what I've kind of observed through the years about Mr. Madrid. But like you said, the first match will be their 13s because the Bulldogs will come out with a 6-point lead because of a forfeit at 106s.
Yeah, DeMarcus Duggan will be taking the victory over
There you go. There's
Central here.
There's DeMarcus.
There he is.
And like I said, we will need the cameras there occasionally. And last time we did this, Mr. Lewis had there.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I mean, there's a score though,
Well,
but we've got the score.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got the team score.
There we go.
And then that's what I was kind of waiting for, and I was like, "There's Ari. She made it back."
Yeah, there's Ari. To your right. Yep.
Excuse me.
But here we go with our 113 in the red, Cruz Trujillo. In the blue, Michael Jimenez. Cruz 13-8, ranked 6th in 3A, 2-time letterman. For Central, Michael Jimenez, he's a senior at 6-10.
The year that I helped the football team was Cruz's first year, and he played football. We actually talked him into wrestling. So this is actually only his 3rd year of wrestling. But, man, he's one of those bright lights that, we're going to lose Soto because Soto's a senior next year. So we need to find, a Cruz Trujillo or somebody that will qualify this year for state, maybe finish in the top 6 and come back and have a new leader in the room, because right now Soto's kind of carrying the state banner for us. He goes up there, he'll be predicted to be in the finals. So we need a kid like Cruz to come out here and set the tone and kind of start that. Oh, nice outside single.
Beautiful.
Single. Right, nice finish.
Just control.
So,
First 3 on the board for Cruz Trujillo.
Look there's a score right there. We don't have the time, though.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
It'll be something we keep in our head.
Yes.
He'll let him get the escape.
Yes.
Starting out 3-1 Central early on, first full match.
Yeah, so we got Cruz leading this 3-1, so we're on the right track. With this new takedown, with going from 2 to 3, it doesn't take long to maybe tech fall a kid.
Yeah, the 15.
Yeah, which is like you say, if it scored a 15.
Comes in for a shot, takes the ankle, drives in,
nice,
gets on top.
Good finish.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cruz has developed so much as a wrestler for sure.
Yeah,
especially when it's only his 3rd year.
And you could tell that he likes being on his feet. He's got that quickness to him. There's that little outside single again. Nice finish. So, yeah.
He remains on top.
He's tallying up the points. There, he's cutting him again.
Let him go.
Yeah.
I believe time is short here.
There's another
shoot in,
shot.
and there it is.
You were right. We ran out of time.
My thing, I can hear the coaches. I can hear Coach Ryan Martinez yelling short time. So
yeah,
it'll be a good indicator.
Okay, so
I believe at the end of the first, it is 6-1. I believe they had another escape.
Yeah, there should be 6-2. You're correct.
Yes.
Now, Jack, it was Cruz's choice. He deferred.
He deferred.
Okay, so Central took bottom, and we're going to go ahead and start this second period with Cruz on top. I'm thinking Cruz really does need to work on his ride. This is a good time to take some
and he gets out
energy out of the wrestler, but he didn't. He kind of let him back on his feet.
But we're back in neutral, so excited to see what happens. Cruz loves to stay low. So getting a tie up.
There he goes. Another
Takes
nice
a single
shot.
leg.
Very nice shot.
Beautiful.
Good fish. But now he's got a ride. He's going to stay on him, kind of take a little bit of the sauce out. There's a nice little Granby roll. He didn't quite finish it and get out like he wanted to.
Definitely a fast wrestler, Michael Jimenez. You can see it just the way he gets out. He has 3 points off escape.
Well,
there's a fourth.
Yeah. But Cruz is okay with that because Jimenez is yet to get a good shot on us or even take a shot on us. So with that in mind, Cruz can just, there he gave a little effort there in on a shot, but Cruz just relaxed and kind of blocked out, and now he's ready back on his feet. There's a lot of guys that pick styles. Right now, Cruz isn't one of those tie-up guys. With his speed, he likes to just kind of tap, 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 and then take his shot. So you'll kind of see him just setting him up, and then boom, you'll see that shot go in.
A little bit of hand fighting coming here,
yeah,
definitely.
I went and watched Pueblo West, and their whole team,
and the beautiful double leg. No takedown, though. Jimenez stays up. Cruz has a leg.
Well, yeah, right
now looking to roll him up.
They're kind of trying to work a little bit of a wizard. That's what Jimenez was working on. And they kind of gave him a...
And we've got 13 seconds here.
Yeah.
Can hear the coach.
There you go.
Which is definitely going to be helpful.
We could get a quick takedown.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice
beautiful low single.
Now he's got to get that leg and come over and kind of sit through with it.
Because Jimenez has the ankle, but he gets on top at the end of the second period.
No score there. That's
no
awesome.
Score. Nonetheless, Cruz Trujillo is taking the lead 12-5.
Okay, now it's Cruz's choice.
Now Cruz goes neutral. Because he wants to wrestle. He wants to wrestle.
Well, he's taken him down 4 times.
Of course.
I mean, so why would he not take neutral? You know what I'm saying? So that was the right thing to do here. He goes and get this next takedown. He's got a major decision. Okay, right now he doesn't. He's only leading by 7 points. So there's Cruz back on a single. Jimenez has a wizard.
There's that wizard,
yeah,
yes.
He's not allowing him to come around. So
gets the leg out.
He's got a kind of limp arm here.
Jimenez also being a very long wrestler with a lot of limb strength.
You want to kind of get out of that and start fresh.
Definitely.
You don't want to really stay there.
You can hear the other wrestlers and the crowd as well when they're in a stagnant position like that. As nice now Cruz is on top.
Well, what Cruz did there, he did a little back trip with it. So even though he had the whizzer, he was able to get the takedown. There's that 10-point lead, and if he gives the kid an escape, which it should be 15-6, we now have the 9-point lead giving us a major decision right now. So that would give us an extra point, and there's a nice double.
Beautiful double.
Beautiful double. Very nice double.
Looking for possible mat return. He's trying to get him down for sure. Oh, beautiful mat return.
He's got to work for the pin here, Jack. That's what he needs to do because there's the half. Now run
There's the half. Ooh.
Now
turns him.
Get some back points here.
Looking for it. Take a half here for sure.
So we're up by 12. If we can get 3 more points, cutting him's not going to help us. It's not going to give us a technical fall.
Yeah.
So what we really want to do here is try to work for a 3 to get that maximum 5-point tech fall. That's our goal here. I don't know what we got for time. Keep those ears open there, Jack.
Yep. Hearing shoot, so yeah.
Okay, but that's a big win. That's it's a major decision.
Big win, 18-7.
Yeah.
Cruz Trujillo takes the win.
All right, good match.
So
is that 3 points for
that's a 4-point.
That's a
for
4-pointer.
Yeah.
So Centennial's up 10-0 on Central. Great start for the Bulldogs.
That was a good win because that's a junior versus one of the 9 seniors that Central has. So that was a good win right there.
Yes. Now at 120, we will have Centennial's Elijah Roki. As first, we'll go with the replay.
There's Cruz again.
There's Cruz.
Like I said, he doesn't really like the tie. Nice shot on that.
Beautiful
outside
shot.
leg.
Gets him up. Stays on top. Gets the 3.
Another nice shot.
Low single leg.
And this was kind of dominant in the whole match. You know, Cruz going out and getting like 6 takedowns. You know, there's that 18 points. He never did get any near falls.
Yep.
So, you know, if you do the math, so we're now in our actually our 3rd match, 2nd wrestle, but 3rd overall.
Yeah. It's 120 pounds. In the red is Elijah Roki. He's a junior, 8-10 record. And in the blue is Isaiah Levis, 9th grader. He's at 5-7.
Yeah, and you know, when you don't always think that just because he's a junior and he's a freshman that the junior should win, but Elijah is actually a 3-year wrestler. He started as a freshman, and so he is one of the more seasoned Bulldogs that we have wrestling tonight. So, you know, I would have to give this match to you know, Elijah. I mean, he's got to earn it, but he's got to go out and wrestle like an upperclassman. You know what I'm saying? So right now, and what I've learned about Elijah is he's kind of a slow, he starts off slow, but he does finish hard. So right now he's got that takedown. He should be up 3-0.
Yeah. He has a right ankle, beautiful way to trip the left leg.
So he's kind of controlling that wrist and he's controlling that ankle. You know, his goal here is just flatten him out so he can work towards the pin. And you know, like I said, Elijah kind of takes his time, but eventually he just stirs up the pot where he gets, you know, his momentum going, and then he starts getting after these guys pretty good.
Yeah. So you can see he's up 3-0. They're gonna blow a whistle. There is short time left.
Yeah, and they're right at that line, so some officials just like to get them back to the center. Some officials let them wrestle there. So right
even
now,
with like only a few feet out.
Yeah.
As Elijah will be on top here.
We want to ride him out. We don't want to give him any points here. If the
takes the wrist.
If the time is short, we don't want to get any points, give up any points.
Textbook move, taking the
He's kind of inside leg, hooked up, and then he's got the half. Which this is
he's got the half.
Really ideal.
He could get that leg up,
really,
but there is
really ideal to finish that.
If he had a little bit more time, that could probably result in him getting on his back.
Okay, the official's looking to the table like who's got choice, so he's asking. He's got green, which means home.
Mouthpiece.
Oh, wow. So he picked up a violation, and so we ended up getting a point. I think that is just a match point, so it should go to 4-0. I don't think it is going to be considered a team point. So that went against Central, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some changes this year. Like we talked earlier, the takedown went from 2 to 3. And then the near falls went from 3 to 4. Yeah. So there's a little bit of changes in this season's, which makes the match a different strategy from when I coach. You know,
a lot more high scoring, a lot more tech falls. As you can look at a replay, we're back to Cruz here. As
that was kind of finishing one of the, and there's that wizard again.
That wizard. Stalls, he gets the wrist. battling there. Gets it.
That was a nice trip, and we coached that. If they got that arm there, you kind of trip it back, and that's how you ended up getting that takedown there.
And there's
an
an easy double.
Yeah, beautiful double there. So, you know, the Bulldogs are coming out. Now, this is kind of an interesting story. I talked to Coach Pino, and Hal, they came out against County, and they were down 42-0. And the only way they could tie the match is if they pinned, like, the remainder of the match. And it was like 7 matches or whatever. And so they ended up tying County and then won by criteria. So here's Roki. He's getting after it. Deep half, which we want to see. And he's got that inside leg. I kind of like his technique. He's trying to switch off to a cradle. But you see how he has that leg hooked, and then he's trying to, like, there he goes. With a deep half, he's pressuring that arm towards the mat.
Pressuring that right leg as well into his chest.
And all what you really want to do here, Jack, is just kind of go chest on chest. And although Isaiah from Central, he's
counting off the near fall.
You can see how he's posting with his arm. That's kind of keeping Elijah from going chest to chest on him. But he is getting near fall points.
He is. Position. Oh. It's a nice spot.
Nice.
He will get, I believe that's a 4. 4 points for the near fall.
We'll see how it goes up on the board.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yep,
it sure was. It sure was. 4-point near fall. There's a cradle.
There's the cradle.
Nice. Now he's got to be careful here. Yeah, he kind of looked into it, and I don't think.
But you know what? He's back on top. He's resilient.
But I don't think he was able to get any kind of near fall points off of that.
No, I was not. Did not get the count off, but does stay on top.
Yeah, so we got Elijah doing what he does.
Takes his right wrist.
And you're going to see how Elijah, he kind of breaks him down, and you're going to see him kind of step inside and hook that inside leg. He hasn't got to that point yet.
He has a half Nelson on the left side, trying to drive. Run him, I should say.
Yeah, we're doing okay here. He's got control of the match. There's a nice little stand-up, but no point.
No point for the escape.
So right now, you know,
Elijah off to a hot start, 10-0 through 2 periods, I believe.
Yeah, that's 2 periods, but what we like is that we're already in the major. He's already picked up an extra team point.
Oh, for sure.
So that's where, you know, we're heading in that direction. What we need Elijah to do now is to finish this match with a pin and kind of
get the 6 points rather than 4.
What's going to happen is we're going to run into that juggernaut of Central with those ladder
David
weights.
Sanchez, Gennaro Pino.
Yeah, and that kind of tells you that story I was telling you earlier about County. You know, they were down 42-0 to come back and tie it 42-42, and then end up winning on criteria. So we know that Central's got a lot of strength on the back end of this lineup. So you know, it's good to have this early lead, 10-0. And 10-0 in the match. So we're able to have a couple of good things going in our favor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the situation is.
I believe,
with the coaches.
If I were to take a guess, they're talking about that team point where it's going to be distributed, whether it's for the team or just for the match itself.
Yeah, but that happened quite a bit ago, so I'm not sure why that, like you say, wasn't awarded earlier.
Yeah. But
let's
here to start this 3rd period.
Okay, so they're starting on their feet. So
and they'll be a neutral.
Okay, green. That means that Centennial took choice, and Centennial wants to be on their feet. And why not? Elijah is pretty much dominated from all levels. He got the first takedown, and here you go. He's got the first takedown.
He's been on top of him primarily the entire match.
Yeah, and he's been able to get some near fall points as well. So he's doing unlike Cruz.
He gets a right leg.
Unlike Cruz's last match, you know, Cruz didn't really care to ride and do that, but in this place, Roki enjoys, kind of dominating from the top, kind of handling. He's got that far wrist.
Ooh.
He's kind of getting near falls from, working it. So you could see kind of the two different styles, and I'm sure they're practice partners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they should try to help each other with their weaknesses and kind of give each other, push each other to get better in the areas that they're weak in. See how Elijah likes to step through to that leg?
Able to step through right into the other leg.
Yeah. Did I touch something here? No, okay. Oh, wow, okay.
So.
That
All right.
Well, we were talking about the official and some of his experience,
the way he calls it.
But you never know. That miscommunication could have came from the table, and the official can only tell him, only go by what they give him. So somehow it might have been just a technicality at the table.
Yeah.
So we're back to where we want to be.
And he gets a pin.
Yeah, and that was a quick pin.
Perfect where we want it.
But think about it, Jack. Technically, this is really a third period type match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they started it all over again.
Restarting.
So you could see that the kid got tired, but that really turned out to be our advantage.
And then with the 6-point pin.
Because Roki was dominating anyway, 10-0. So to finish with the pin, that's actually what we wanted. So Central has a tendency to start off slow, and we'll find out whether there's another forfeit.
We're going to start out 22-0.
But
with
we're gonna
juggernaut in the 150, 160, 170 range.
Yeah, and the thing is, Jack, is that this 32-pound match, Centennial's going to end up giving a forfeit. So we're finally going to throw back some points because they've given us 2 forfeits. So here's the forfeit.
Here's a forfeit.
Colby Piper, who was a 500 wrestler, sophomore, is getting the forfeit.
Yeah, so they'll have their first points up on the board.
So the 38-pound match is, this Joel Sanchez, he's 22-10, so, he's actually at 11th ranked in the state in his division at 138. We have another junior. Now, I don't know what kind of experience
he is a
has.
first-year wrestler.
Oh,
he
okay.
was able to claw his way up to the varsity spot. He's 3-10.
Okay, well, let's see whether Ari can
if he could
take care of business here.
Yeah.
Okay, like you said, Central's back on. Finally got the score, got some points on the scoreboard. A nice little attack by the Central wrestler.
Swift shooter, definitely. Jewel Sanchez. Another one of the seniors, one of the 9 for Central, as opposed to Centennial's 4. So we're just seeing some hand fighting here for sure, just to start it off. Wasn't for a shot,
but a little bit of a shot on him. Good defense by Ari.
Oh,
but he kind of slipped it off, and that gave the Central the takedown. And he's being pretty aggressive on top, and that's kind of what Central's been doing as well.
Going for a trip, but he does get out, so that will be a 1-point escape. Ari Horseman.
I kind of like both teams are not big tie-up teams. Like I told you, I went and watched Pueblo West wrestle. It seemed like every kid from Pueblo West wanted to tie up, and that's okay. I always used to tell kids it's okay to tie up, but have a reason for tying up. And just like Central,
and he has a single leg. He's going to go up and go back down.
Yeah,
beautiful 3-point takedown by Joel Sanchez.
And that was, but it all started with wrist control, and from there he took off. So you're seeing this different styles where they're not going in and tying up and that type of thing. They're just kind of wrestling from afar. Nice little stack right there. A nice little deep half.
Beautiful
so we're kind of working.
The underhook.
See how Central has that leg and then that deep half. It doesn't give
Trying to work
Centennial.
out, but he does get him. Jules Sanchez, beautiful pin.
And there goes that kind of quick pin. Well, there was, I mean, not that it probably wasn't going to happen, but we didn't, you know, Emiliano, our official, Madrid, he takes a look down there, and there he gives it. Now we're finally going to get into
now, this is going to be fun.
This is the quality state championship match coming up.
We will see both of these people in the state tournament.
Well,
for sure.
you'll see them in the state tournament. The thing is, this match coming up, you won't happen because they're both in 2 different divisions. So,
yeah, because they're 4A.
Yeah, Onesio Rodriguez, who's a senior, he'll probably, because he's ranked 5th in state right now.
As they're starting right now.
And Soto,
off to a hot start.
Soto, he's a little bit of buzzsaw on his feet. So where Central is, you know, they both have over 100 wins apiece as wrestlers.
And
you
the
know,
thing with
so,
Onisimo, he has 100 pins.
Yeah. And
120 career wins for Onisimo.
So you got to watch out. Soto's can't give up any kind of back points, and you won't see that too much because Jason is such a nice little throw by, but he's got to get him to the mat before he gets any kind of points. So there, nice little step behind.
Wrist control.
Yeah. But there's the 2 or 3. So, you know, Jason's got a first takedown, which is really
Takes
nice.
an ankle
and he's doing
throws him back down.
Well, he's doing a good job of controlling the arm.
For sure.
Okay, and now
maybe trying to hook that far outside ankle.
And this is where Jason, because he's really good on his feet, so if he can get this stuff, you know, get this riding going and get good control, and, you know, he finally gave up the 1 point, but Jason's good enough to come back and get the takedown again. But, you know, Anicio, you're not going to get 120 wins by not being good on your feet as well.
Yeah.
So you could see these guys a little bit more in a tie position, a little bit more of inside control, wrist control. But that's kind of how the state type wrestlers do. They kind of control wrists and like to take that tap and go, just like right there.
If you're trying to study film, watch wrestling, these are definitely 2 of your guys for it.
Let's see if he can do another little.
As there's the end of the first period.
Okay,
Soto
let's see who gives choice now. They're giving Soto choice. Actually, they're giving Green.
Onisimo will be on bottom.
I think Onicio took the choice.
Oh, for sure.
So Green must I always think Green is being the home team, but being that Centennial's red, they may have red for Centennial and green for Central. But he took bottom, and Onicio got out for 1 already, so that's kind of why he feels comfortable going back down and getting back in this match and getting that one point escape. And Soto is doing a good job of ankle riding. He's doing a good job of controlling that far arm. He's got, but he kind of gave up that.
Yeah.
That escape again. So it's 3-2 right now. Nice, nice shot.
He does
deep
take a
double.
leg
Beautiful.
and gets him on the mat.
That was a nice shot.
If you're looking for 3 points.
This is where Soto has to pinch those knees, make him carry his weight, take a little bit of sauce away from Onicio. You know, you see how he's got that leg straddle. That's good. That's not allowing Onicio to have a strong base. He's working for that power half. It's very. Look at
power
that.
half.
Look at that.
And that's gonna.
I'm very surprised that.
And he's
Onicio's
on his back.
Yeah.
Is he gonna get the pin here?
Oh man, I hope
yes,
so.
Yes, he
Look
does. Jason Soto with the victory over Onisimo Rodriguez.
There's that quick pin.
Beautiful.
Just looking from that front side.
Definitely gonna help the team out for sure.
I am a little surprised with this outcome. I didn't expect that from Onicio. I thought this might be more of a decision, but man, for Soto, because Soto's not really a pinner. He's more of a tech fall guy. You know, he likes to
get him on the floor.
But you know, this is the kind of year that that Jason has to have. He's got to go out and have those kind of pins. When we did the very first match of the year, he wrestled Damian Reyes from Mesa Ridge. And Damian Kana came out and took it to old Jason early. And, that, you know, sometimes that gets the fire burning. And since then, he's only lost one other time.
As you look at that power half.
Yeah, and that gives him now 21 wins for the season. And there's that pin. He'll take a look from the outside there, and boom, nice.
And here at 150, we're getting started with David Sanchez, the #1 ranked wrestler in 4A at 150 pounds. 100 career wins for him, 18-3 record. He's a senior. He'll be wrestling another senior, Jack Hillig, for Centennial.
Right, and you know, he, like being the #1 ranked wrestler, he came out and got the first takedown. We weren't able to catch it, but he was able to get that first takedown. The team score, you can see Central kind of sneaking up on us, so it's 28-12. And we're going to start getting into kind of the meat of the Central lineup. It's going to like be senior.
It will be the bulk.
You know,
from here, as the next 6 out of the next 7 wrestlers for Central are seniors, with the exception being 215's Braden Sandoval, who's 6th in the state as a junior. Meanwhile, Centennial only having 2 seniors.
I can't remember. I think David was a runner-up last year in 3A. I know I'm almost 99% sure that he was in the finals last year, him, Gennaro, and David. So you could see why he's ranked. I'm not sure why he only has 21 matches, you know, compared to Gennaro, who has 35 matches. So some time along the line, he must have got injured.
And he's got him on his back.
But you can see why he's ranked #1.
You can see why he's the best wrestler in the state.
And Central going up to the 4A division, it changes things a little bit. You know what I mean? They've been in 3A. With the team they have this year, if they would have stayed in 3A, who knows? They could have been one of the top-ranked teams in 3A. So you never know. That happens from one year to the next. And that happened also to us at South. We were in 4A and ended up having to wrestle in 5A. So it's just the way it happens. Some years you have the numbers, and that's how that turns out. So we're heading into the 57-pound match with Joseph Castro. He's ranked 15th in the state for Central. He's 22-14. And Joe Garcia, who's a sophomore. Is that correct?
He's a sophomore, 7-12 record.
So he's a first-year letterman, or letter last year. So he's kind of
he's a very athletic. Excited to see.
Now, did Joe play football at all?
Joe played football my freshman year. He didn't play my sophomore year though.
Oh, okay. So there
tied up. He gets in. But a nice beautiful reversal.
Yeah.
Joseph Castro looking to turn him.
Yeah, he kind of went in deep on a shot, and he kind of slipped it, and that's, you know, that gave Joseph a chance to kind of
didn't get the takedown, however. And getting new headgear.
Okay, we're back on action again.
Joseph Castro, 15th in 4A at 157. 22-14 record.
He's in on a leg. He's got to circle that leg, Jack. And if he could circle it to that, he's kind of underneath him, giving Joseph that opportunity, the Central wrestler, to do that power half. So he can't really stop on that shot. If he wants it, he's got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So they're back on their feet.
Back in the middle.
Still a 0-0 match.
Yeah. Want the wrestling to happen in the middle of the mat.
As we get into the higher weights, Jack, the styles start changing a little bit. As you notice, we had a lot of shots from the outside. These guys are starting to tie up. You know, they're working inside control. So you're going to see a little bit different style. Yeah, he kind of pushed it away.
You know.
Went in on the shot, but that was a nice sprawl. And Castro's working his way around for the 2, and there's the 3-point takedown. by the Central wrestler. So very nice.
He's looking.
I'm not sure what's going on with those shoulders of old Joe Garcia.
But he has him
Centennial.
on his back.
And a little bit of pressure. We'll see if we get. They're going to get the
He's on his
official
back.
up.
He's trying to get out of it. But this is a top 15 wrestler in the state. He will get the pin. Puts it within 4 with still a lot of wrestling left to go.
Our official, he doesn't mess around. He takes a look, and if he doesn't see any daylight, boom.
Yeah.
And as we can see, the match is already getting cut down from a 28 and now 28 to 24 Bulldogs.
By pin, Joseph Castro for the Cavs.
Yep. As you can see on replay,
Now
how he's able to work him.
Now we're coming into one of your buddies.
Coming into Sean Lee Slaughter, his first varsity match of his career.
And it looks like he's going to have a senior, but even though he's a senior, his record's 4-10.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know.
Anything can happen.
Yeah,
here.
you don't know that, Sean already wrestled a match
He wrestled
tonight.
a match earlier.
Yeah. So let's see if he can come out and establish himself as a varsity wrestler. Like a little bit of an arm drag. That was kind of nice. You know, he's got the tie-up. Sean's a nice, tall kid.
Yep.
You know, we'll see whether his
even
length,
taller.
you know,
definitely.
there's a nice little arm drag.
Oh,
he just has to
turn him.
finish it. He just has to finish
Tyler
it.
Thielmeyer having control over the arms, but he's not letting him take him down. So
Nice snap down. Nice
Thielmeyer
snap
trying
down.
to work him down.
Circle to the
but-
outside. Look for the cradle.
Circle.
Tie it up.
As-
Bump him to his
Oh.
hip. Very nice. They
he's
got
able
him
to
on his
break out of
back.
The cradle, but
Oh.
he is on his.
Okay, so he came out. Looks like Sean Lee has a style. I like it for being his first varsity match.
But Tyler Thielmeyer able
There
to
you go,
work him back
deep
down.
half, run it. Oh, I love it. There it is.
but-
Take a look. Take a look.
That's a senior.
Finish, Sean. Oh, baby.
Trying to-
Finish it, Sean. Come on now, buddy. Oh, shoot.
Yep.
We had it mixed up here.
Yeah.
I was calling the damn
Yeah.
Central kid Sean,
Oh shoot.
and it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
The Central kid.
But you know, it's a welcome to varsity moment for sure for him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he showed some light for sure.
I'll tell you what, Jack. I'm gonna have to put another notch for the goof up again. Man, I was coaching that Central kid to a Centennial win, and it was just the opposite way. But, Tyler did have a style. He came out with an arm drag. He came in and threw it in a deep half. So, it's just being young. And Sean Lee's going to be just fine. He just has to get some varsity matches, like you say.
And now,
here's
the second-ranked wrestler in the state, defending state champion for Central, Gennaro Pino. He'll be wrestling sophomore Logan Benedetto.
And you can see Gennaro already came out. I don't think he's going to goof around here.
Oh, and he's
going
he's already
he's going to go
got
after
the head
pin.
down.
And Central now has the lead by 2 points, so it's 30-28.
He will have a 2-point near fall there, I believe.
Oh, so he's going to give him the one.
Give him the one.
Gennaro's the type of kid that'll, kind of work some of his technique. But when it's all said and done, he's going to go out and get that 6 points. There it is.
And
he kind of got a little bit of a headlock
on the back,
and boom.
and just like that. That's why he's the
But
defending state
there's nothing
champion.
to be ashamed of. I mean, you're wrestling a kid, that committed to the Air Force Academy.
Central records.
He's got
in wins and
166 wins. I think the closest win was another Central wrestler, Sonny Espinoza. He had 163 wins. So I think Gennaro is going to end up probably being the Pueblo, with the most wins of the city. So that was a nice little throw to a pin.
As here, we've got 190, Sal Mendoza versus Aiden Hasselt.
What I liked about Sal's played football, and he used to be a heavyweight for us. And now he's coming down to the 190-pound division, and he's wrestling Aiden Holst.
Yeah, Aiden Hasselt, very strong individual.
Boom.
Beautiful
Oh, nice
mat
lift.
return.
Nice lift. So that's the
Oh, he's looking for another one.
that's the first. He's got to be
he's
careful
just-
that he doesn't lock. when he brings him down. He's got to be careful how he brings him to the mat and he doesn't get him hurt.
For a third time. I mean, that's just strength. That's all there is to it.
Very strong.
12th in the state.
He's got a good little record of 22-2, but Sal has a winning record of 9-4. So these are two quality wrestlers.
Yeah.
With Sal being
Sal
was a state qualifier. Yeah, he was a qualifier last year. Or actually 2 years ago. I don't think he qualified for state last year because of that shoulder. It's kind of a. So he's on his side, and
trying to hook it, but
we got to watch out. Aiden's a real strong kid.
He does take the left, as there are the near fall points.
And they're wrestling.
Able to get back to his chest. I mean,
yeah, he's letting them wrestle at the edge of the mat there, and so unlike a match earlier with Cruz, they kind of got him back to the center.
Yeah.
But being that these are two big kids, and that you could put somebody on their back here. He's kind of letting them wrestle, so it's a little bit different way of calling a match with these big guys versus those lighter guys. So
they'll call it.
He finally called him
What
off.
I've noticed, it's a battle of strength versus technique and experience. I mean, Aiden Hassel, just by looking at that first period.
Oh, yeah, he does. And
strongman material.
Yeah, guaranteed.
But Sal Mendoza, he's been in this situation before.
Well, it's 7-0. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. So Sal's got to build his base, get back to his feet where he can go, because if not, he might get punished with a deep half. And there's
Zero below the end of the first period.
And as you could see, he put that arm on the back, and that shoulder's kind of bad for Sal. And so, Sal kind of rolled up real easy there. If it was Sal's choice, he's going to defer. And
he'll be on the bottom.
Being a strong kid, that Aiden is, you're going to see him probably just pop up, get to his feet, and probably get an easy one here if he doesn't have a nice reversal. But there he is. He popped right up, and there's that single.
Yep. Running back for that Central team.
A nice little escape. Oh, nice deep double. Sal's kind of put. He finished it.
Got him.
Yeah, Sal tried to sprawl a little bit.
Yeah, but
when he's on his base, and this kid is just like
Aiden Hassel long as well. So
he's kind of dominating, like you said earlier, with his strength. He's got the strength to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you know why he's letting him wrestle? As long as he's got one leg in, he can pin him even though he's outside the line here.
Yeah, as long as the foot is inside of the circle.
Yeah, so.
There it is.
There it is, yeah.
I mean.
So that gave him the pin. I mean, you think, okay, well, they're outside of the line. They got to bring him back in. Nope. Aiden had his leg out, and that's what happened. We're coming up on the 215-pound match, and then we have another kid. This kid's Braden Sandoval from Central is actually a junior and 6th in state, and with a good record of 25-12. Now, what's the deal on Ezra? He's
Ezra Mestis. He was our heavyweight. He was bigger, but cut a lot of weight. Tried to get down to 215.
So that's very similar to Sal.
Sure.
Yeah. Sal did the same thing. So these guys
Ezra being a very good lineman, one of the best in the SCL for football.
Oh, great.
As an offensive and defensive lineman.
Ezra was?
Ezra,
yeah. Good. Oh, that's positive. And, we need those athletes.
As they'll be outside, but.
We need those athletes, those dual athletes, okay?
Yeah. Football and wrestling definitely go together, to say the least.
Okay, Ezra's got a tie up here. Braden's from Central's trying to get that little throw by. So each kid has their own style, and they're both working for their strengths. You know what I'm saying? Inside control, nice inside control by the Bulldog wrestler. And there's a little arm control, arm drag. Oh, bear hug. We got to watch out here.
Yeah.
We don't get.
That's how you test the strength.
Well, you got to watch out that you don't pin yourself here down. He did a great job. And see what I'm saying? That went either way. Could have went either way.
Yeah.
And
Ezra
right now, he's giving up back points.
But it's looking like try to fight, but there it is. Yeah,
just like that pin.
It's it's those heavyweights, almost all of them ranked. I mean,
the situation with that, Jack, is they both pretty much had the same move, and Ezra did a great job of tossing him, but he didn't finish it. See right here, he tossed him, but he didn't get his hips back down.
Yeah,
he kept him up,
yeah,
and then
legs remain in the air.
Right, and so then Braden, the central wrestler, was able to get more squared up on him, and that's where the pin came in. So that could have went either way. Ezra did a beautiful job of hip tossing him, but he didn't settle his hips in and keep those arms to finish him. So, hey, live and learn. We're down to the heavyweight match.
Here's our 285s. We've got Nicholas Chavez in his 4th varsity match this year against Zeke Jackson. And Central is up in the duel 48-28. It's looking like they will run away with this one. They will take the mini bell for the 4th straight year as their work outside of the circle. Take it back in.
Yeah, and you could see that these are more true heavyweights. Our heavyweight Nicholas, he's only a sophomore, but boy, you could do a lot of positive things with him. He's a good, strong-looking kid, and he's
an offensive lineman. Does play football, but gives his back away to Zeke.
And Zeke's a senior.
He's got the back, and it's looking like he will take the pin.
Yeah, that was nice.
So that will end it. There's 6 points for Central.
And we, Jack, we knew that Central was going to come in late and have these flurry. Sure. You don't want to give up all these pins kind of the end, because early on in the match, the Bulldogs are winning by decision. They were getting some forfeits. They kind of gave them that, early lead. But we kind of knew that Central was going to come in with their senior Latin team and come back and finish this match, which they did, 54-28. So great match. I mean, I don't think any of the Bulldogs have anything to hang their head.
Definitely a lot more competitive than it was last year.
Yeah, and you want to have that kind of match with the mini bell on the line. You want to see that. You want to see that Bulldogs coming out and battling for that thing. So great match tonight. A lot of fun doing it.
As we will pitch to commercial as Central defeats Centennial 54-28. The mini bell rings blue. Have a good night. And we're back here as Central does take the mini bell, but we will be pitching to the mat where our sideline reporter Ari Martinez will be talking to Jason Soto. Take it away.
I'm here with
Jason Soto.
And how do you feel about your win tonight?
Good win.
How do you feel that this was your last bell? Mini bell.
Feels pretty normal right now. It'll kick in after season though.
It's valid. You got the pin.
I sure did.
All right, sending it back to you, Coach Sis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for Ari for that tie-in. Jack, we kind of knew that the seniors were going to kind of dominate this, and being that they had 9 seniors, we had the 4, they really stepped up and finished it. So Central did a great job of coming out and doing what they were supposed to do. I really enjoyed the match with Soto because I wasn't expecting a pin there. I really wasn't, because he had really a tough wrestler with over 120 wins and 100 pins. You know, you're expecting a kind of a different match there.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great match. It's we won't be able to do this match next year because it should be at Central next year. But, you know, this is the second time that I've been able to do the telecast for the mini bell. And, you know, this is like this should be their 5th win in a row. I think the last time the Bulldogs won it was in 2021. So, you know, hey, all we can do is wait and see. I don't know when our next telecast is going to be. Do you have any idea what?
I do not,
Yeah.
but
So we should be coming up on an opportunity. I know that I think the Bulldogs are going to be wrestling in Lahana, or where are they going to be wrestling? Lahana tomorrow night?
believe so.
And then I'm not sure when they're going to wrestle Saturday. And then Central will be traveling also on this Saturday. And we're coming up on the regionals. The regionals is February 7th and 8th. And state tournament is going to be early. So it's going to be like 13th, 14th, and 15th. So we're right around the corner. We're wrapping up this season. These duels and these tournaments are going to come to an end. And regionals, and actually Centennial is hosting a regional this year. So the Bulldogs are going to get to stay home right here, and they're wrestling in their own gym at regionals. So hopefully we can crown a few regional champions and send them up to the state tournament. So, hey, a lot of great things going on for the Bulldogs. Good night tonight. We only had 1 4-foot for Centennial. We had 2 for Central. And, you know, that was a lot of good wrestling tonight.
Sure. It was fun. Definitely excited to see how the Minute will play out next year with 9 seniors leaving from Central as opposed to the 4 from Centennial.
True. And, you know, it was enjoyed doing the bats with you. This is our first time, Jack and I. Last time Laurie and I did it, she did the interview today. So we'll be kind of hopping around and getting to meet some new students. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun for me. And hopefully we can work our way into the gymnasium, kind of be more in the fight in the middle of it and so forth. But this has been fun, too. So as long as I get to watch wrestling, I'm happy.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun duel altogether. But Central does take the mini bell. The bell will ring blue as it's the final score of the duel is 54-28. Good night.
Be safe and weather the storms.
Yep.
It's kind of cold out there.
From the Frank C. Latino Court in the Centennial High School Gymnasium, I'm Jack Sentner. This is Coach Jerry Cisneros. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Bulldog TV for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Bulldog TV's consent is prohibited.